More news coming in. The latest coming in from the Supreme Court is that the central government has assured the topmost court of the country that it will adhere to the timeline as far as dealing with Collegium recommendations are concerned. Supreme Court further observed that keeping Collegium recommendation regarding transfer of judges pending sends out a wrong signal, and there are other factors that are also into play. Remember, there was back and forth between the central government and the Supreme Court Collegium about the appointment of judges, the vacancies that need to be filled, and the back and forth of the files being returned over objections that were raised by the centre on the recommendations made by the Collegium. In that particular matter, now some observations have been made, especially in the Supreme Court, where the centre has gone on to assure that we will adhere to the timelines. Ananya, my colleague, now joins us for more on this. Ananya, what more can you tell us? What transpired in court?
Well, remember that this hearing has been going on for a very long time, and we have seen how there has been loggerheads between the central government and the Supreme Court until now. However, today, a big development has happened, and the centre has assured the Supreme Court that it would adhere to the timelines that were given out in the 2017 judgment of the Supreme Court with regard to dealing with the Collegium recommendations. In fact, the Supreme Court also observed today that keeping Collegium recommendations with regards to transfer of judges pending with the central government would actually send out a wrong signal, and also would show that the third parties are under play. In fact, other people are under play. That's the reason why, in fact, these recommendations are kept pending, because central government has a very short say when it comes to, in fact, transfer of judges, because it is something that the Supreme Court deals with, that it interferes in the administration of justice. Now, third big aspect and the big takeaway from this particular hearing is that the Supreme Court bench headed by Justice Sanjay Kishan Paul and Justice A.S. Oka also raised an eyebrow on the statements that were made in Parliament regarding the Collegium dropping certain names, wherein the Supreme Court said that if you see the statements made in the Parliament when you say so many names Collegium drops, it shows that consultation and scrutiny is going on. Like you do various things, we also look into various aspects. We consult the other judges, and also we look at the records and the papers that are before us. Now, what is the next takeaway? The next takeaway is that the Supreme Court again retaliated that the system of the Collegium shall be left and it should be it should work according to the law. The Supreme Court said that let the system work smoothly and according to the law. Nor will the replacement system, which is the NJAC, would be a perfect system. But until this is the law of the land, you have to follow it. I may be out of the system in a year, but my concern is that we are creating a system where meritorious people are in fact refraining from coming. I have seen it personally. Basically, Justice Paul was pointing out that various people have actually dropped their names after there is a back and forth and a ping pong game going on between the Supreme Court and Centre with regards to Collegium recommendations. So these are the big developments happening with regards to this whole Collegium debate. And now the Centre assuring the Supreme Court clearly that it would be adhering to the timelines that are there with regards to...
Right, so does this actually put an end to the executive versus judiciary as far as recommendations of Collegium are concerned? We'll wait and watch. But for the moment, Ananya, thank you so much.